very often say, if you wanted to climb a mountain, you wouldn't just take mountaineering gear and walk up the mountain. It doesn't work that way. If you want to play the cello, you can't just pick up an instrument. Everything that's worth doing takes work. And so you need to practice, and you can practice with baby steps. You just have to start saying, these are the pain points. And in the book, I outline a framework called the dream framework that helps you identify what are the pain points I'm experiencing? What are some of the things I would like to change? What are the habits I'd like to break? What are some of the things that are happening that I wish wouldn't happen? What are some pain points? And how do I develop a personal policy? How do I invest in the self-awareness I need? And how do I enact that? How do I say no to those things so that I can emerge feeling more fulfilled, have more time to do what's meaningful, spend more time on things that make you happy and fulfilled and content?
Can you just expand on the idea of pain points for those who are unsure what that means? So,
Yes, of course. So pain points are essentially the things that cause us anxiety, stress, anger, frustration, resentment. Sometimes we say yes to things and then we're really mad at ourselves for saying yes and really mad at the other person for asking us. And so we need to understand where those pain points are and make sure that when we find ourselves in those situations that we don't repeat those mistakes again and again. So recognizing a pain point is acknowledging that this doesn't work for you. This is not good for you in the moment. And then making a decision about changing it.
yeah. Just as a flip side to what we've said so far, are there certain situations where actually saying no could be a bad thing?
So I definitely talk about the fact that there are times you should say yes and times you should say no. So I have a framework in the book, which you might remember, called the Decipher the Ask framework, which is really about the different types of decisions. But there are different times. So for example, when you're very junior in an organization and you've just entered the organization, you've just entered the workplace, you're exploring the different avenues that life has to offer. When you're in that exploration phase, it's a good thing to have more experiences, to explore new things. So if someone says, hey, why don't you try doing this, whatever it is, you might say, well, I don't know how to do it, but that might be a fun thing to learn. And so when you're in a learning and exploration phase, sometimes it's good to say yes. But at some point, your exploration ends, and then you have to focus. And you have to say, these are the things I'm going to be really good at. These are the things I want to be known for. But
Is
there's
there,
obviously a time and place to explore.
yeah, I was going to say about safety as well. If you're doing activity, say, I don't know, mountain climbing, and the instructor says you need to do this, I imagine it's not a good time to say, actually, no, 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 let me do my own thing because that'll
No,
just.
that would be silly, right? I mean, and I remember reading this interview with someone who is a famous astronaut, and he was talking about, the importance of saying no and the importance of saying no at the right time. So he says that he empowers the people on the spacecraft to kind of voice their own values, to express themselves, to push back against him when the time is appropriate. If there is a crisis situation and everyone needs all hands on deck, at that point, he is in charge of everyone's safety.